beautiful, creepy children, and welcome to another spine-tingle-inducing episode of SPOOKSHOW. I am your horror host, life sentence serving, electric chair deserving, senior citizen superlative, voted most likely to find love in a graveyard, Mikey Sevier. Thank you. Please, sit down, okay? If this head gets any bigger, I'm going to have to paint my widow's peak on with the help of a billboard artist. And speaking of making America beautiful again, I'm very happy to report that SPOOKSHOW is now available in 4 television markets in the greater New Jersey and rural Pennsylvania areas. To all my new Pennsylvania viewers, I'd just like to say, wake up! Your scrapple's ready, okay? You know, in Pennsylvania, I've noticed lately, they've got a little bit of a zombie problem. Nobody wants to talk about this. All around Pennsylvania, zombies walking around, eating flesh, voting in elections, eh, kiddies? Well, it's something I'm afraid we're going to be seeing for a little while out there. Oh well, keep tuning in, zombies. I'll be sure to feature my fine, supple flesh in hopes that it brings a jolt to your nervous system. You know, my system is extremely nervous right now because the film that we're showing tonight is the final collaboration between legendary fright film director William Castle and legendary horror star Vincent Price. The film is The Tingler! Catchy title, isn't it? You know, I had a wrestling move back in my wrestling days called the Tingler. I used it on Gorgeous George one night, and no sooner had I applied the saline solution and the electrodes to his posing strap than the ref calls foul and rules the Tingler an illegal hold due to it being dangerous. In pro wrestling. Effective is more like it. It certainly worked on Gorgeous George. Later that night, I'm getting a rub down. A messenger boy shows up with a note that has a orchid pinned to it. The note reads, "Nice move. Let's try it again later. Milford Plaza, room 307. Gorgeous George." What was I talking about? Oh yes, the movie The Tingler. Oh, it's a real humdingler. I went to see it a few years ago at the Palace Theater in Teaneck, New Jersey, and I practically vibrated right out of my seat. And so did Gorgeous George that night at the Milford Plaza. Whoa! Okay, kiddies, let's get to it. There's a show that needs spooking, and I mean to do it. Turn out the lights. Settle in. This spook show is about to begin.
I am William Castle, the director of the motion picture you're about to see. I feel obligated to warn you that some of the sensations, some of the physical reactions which the actors on the screen will feel will also be experienced for the first time in motion picture history by certain members of this audience. I say certain members because, well, some people are more sensitive to these mysterious electronic impulses than others. These unfortunate, sensitive people will at times feel a strange, tingling sensation. Others will feel it less strongly. But don't be alarmed, you can protect yourself. At any time you are conscious of a tingling sensation, you may obtain immediate relief by screaming. Don't be embarrassed about opening your mouth and letting rip with all you've got, because the person in the seat right next to you will probably be screaming too. And remember this, a scream at the right time may save your life.
Okay, Dusty, ready? Got your pencil? Okay. Note to self. No, myself, not yourself. Look, just write note to self, colon. No, it's a punctuation mark, Dusty. Continuing. Ask Dr. F about securing some of this lysergic acid number 25 for concession stand at live spook shows. Yeah, well, it could make my head job a hell of a lot easier. Oh, hello. Dusty and I were just brainstorming some ways to make my live spook show appearances more effective. I'm telling you, some of these teeny boppers are dead behind the eyes. No offense, Dusty. But William Castle, you know, the director of tonight's feature, was known as the king of gimmicks, okay? Whether it be barf bags given out to the audience in case you should puke from the terror on the screen, or planting nurses in the lobby just in case someone should faint or die of fright, or he would have skeletons on wires zooming through the audience. No, don't worry, I would never let Mr. Castle do that to you, Dusty, okay? Although you definitely are one wired skeleton. Jeez. Somebody get this guy a Valium, please. But I think probably the most effective and genius of all of William Castle's gimmicks was the one that he invented for the Tingler. It was called Percepto. It entailed wiring half the seats in the theater with a vibrator underneath. In fact, I've got one right here. Let me just... Oh, forget about movies. They should have these out in the department stores during the holidays. I'm suddenly very aware of my body. Oh, where is that lysergic acid when you need it? Hey, Dusty, give me one of your Valiums. Can I turn it up higher? Stick around for more Spook Show, okay? Later we'll have mailbag and, you know, we're gonna watch more of Tingler and whatever. I'll just be right here.
Hi, I'm the Soaky Kid. Now Soaky the Fun Bath comes in 2 brand new monster toys.
The creature from the Black Lagoon. That's cold.
And the Mummy. Wow, what happened to you?
I fell off my bike, Sonny.
Here's something to cheer you up. The brand new Soaky toys.
Me, Mummy.
And me, the creature.
Come on, let's take a Soaky fun bath right now. Bet you these new monster toys will scare the dirt away. Soaky soaks you clean in oceans full of fun.
Shrubbity bubbly flippity floppity.
Clean before you're done. Soaky soaks you clean.
And every girl on board
Gets a toy when it's empty, when it's empty, it's a toy. Look for Soaky the fun bath in the new monster toys. The creature and the mummy.
Take a soaky bath today.
Fun, fun, fun.
More fun than getting dirty.
Children are 200 times more likely to be kept in fire at home than at school. More than 2,000 die every year in home fires. Yet most children could walk swiftly away from death if they were given the most elementary fire instructions. Sit down with your children and work out a fire escape plan together. Plan 2 escape routes from every room. Teach children to escape at once. Don't let them try to put out the fire or gather up possessions. Practice family fire drills regularly. Knowing what to do could save your child. A public service message on behalf of your local medical society and the American Medical Association.
Okay, we're back. So, we're watching the Tingler on the Spook Show. You know, I'm starting to think maybe this Ollie is not such a nice guy. I mean, scaring your wife to death? What a meanie. And the way that he did it. I've heard of a bloodbath before, but that was fabulous. I want one, okay? Can I order the clawfoot tub with hot and cold running blood in the Sears and Roebuck catalog? No. Maybe I can get the arterial tap retrofitted into my bathroom. You know, because I'm tired of bathing in black and white. All right, let's inject a little color into the situation, all right? And you know, I hear it does absolute wonders for the skin. My girlfriend, Elizabeth Bathory, used to swear by it. That girl looks good. Okay, whatever. Mailbag! Alright, now's the time of the show when I read letters from my spooky children in hopes that the checks fall out and then maybe I can pay my electricity bill, which is going to be astrologically high. Especially between me and Dusty taking turns on the Tingler apparatus. 5 more minutes, Dusty! And that's it. He's rattling away on it right now. Hand me that thing, okay? Okay. So, here goes. First letter. No check. Dear Mr. Sevier, you have been chosen from among all your neighbors to win an all-expense-paid vacation to Mount Harry Lodge, nestled in the Carpathian mountain range on beautiful Pennsylvania. At beautiful Mount Harry Lodge, all you have to bring is your love of hairy things. While there, attend a seminar about becoming the owner of a timeshare coffin. Okay, no. Next letter. Dear Mikey, how are you? I'm fine. At least since they started serving meatloaf every Thursday here in the penitentiary. I love meatloaf. I love you. Aww. You are my favorite horror star. We're not allowed a TV here in the maximum security wing, but every Thursday while we have our meatloaf, they wheel a projector in and a movie is shown. Sometimes the picture is one of your old horror classics. I like to eat my meatloaf while staring at your huge head on the screen. I swear it tastes better when one of your movies is on. The jailhouse shrink says I'm developing an unhealthy association, whatever that means. Have you ever considered being in a new picture? If only. Have you ever considered being in a meatloaf? Write back and please visit your man fan, prisoner number 866795. Okay, great mailbag. Here you go, Dusty. Well, let's get back to the Tingler now, starring Vincent Price. Now that I'm a little creeped out and not a little excited.
The next time you're frightened in the dark, don't scream.
Don't scream. Vincent Price says, yeah, why not? You know, get to know your Tingler. I tried to get to know my Tingler once. $5,000 in chiropractor bills later, I'm still not right. And my Tingler is a virtual stranger. Knock, knock. Who's there? Your Tingler. Who are you? You know, more interesting, I think, than the gimmick that William Castle employed in the Tingler to get backsides into seats and then up out of them again is the idea of the Tingler itself. This idea that you could have a physical manifestation of internalized fear, a parasite living in the body, grown strong on uncontrollable human emotions. This idea that the monster is not an external force looking to do harm to the body, but is the body itself. Well, could be a metaphor for disease, for aging. Pretty creepy, eh, kiddies? I'm going to coin a term for it right now. I'm going to invent a term. I'm going to call it body horror. You're welcome. I am a genius. I just coined the term body horror here in 1962. You can thank me later. Give it 10, 15, 20 years. Body horror is going to be big. And speaking of big body horror, I get a huge body horror every time I step on the scale, okay? I went for my checkup. My doctor, Dr. Frankenstein, he says to me, I've got a surefire way for you to shave off 50 pounds. I said, no way, doc. I need that leg. Well, it's about that time. Another spook show has come to a close. I hope you are at least a little bit terrified. And if not, just think of your own Tingler inside. For if you don't scream and your terror you hide, you'll meet the Tingler and find that you've died. Hey, kiddies. Until next time, I am Mikey Sevier, and this was the Spook Show.